I was on like every musician debt page you can imagine.
Yeah.
Anytime, there's a guitar. I need a guitarist, £100. It's 7-hour drive. Yeah, I'll message. I need to get the gig. I need to get the gig. You want to be wise and you want to put yourself in the best position, put yourself out there. But there's always going to be, in my experience, a time where there's like a crossroads where it actually just takes a step of faith to make it, to do it full time. Lots of people have jobs on the side, they have different things, but it's taking that step can often be quite difficult.
Morgan, brother?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Enjoy.
Cheers, my man.
Living it up in Montenegro.
Living it up in Montenegro, man. Have you been there before?
Never, actually. I've been to Croatia.
Yes.
Well,
cool.
I think we're flying out. Well, I'm flying out of Dubrovnik, which I think is in Croatia, so I guess we're crossing the border or something.
Yeah, and we're not terribly far from this. I
Don't think so.
was there about 3 weeks ago. Spoke to Rob, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Rob and I, we played for a band, the Aston Band. Little function band.
Oh, with Zoe.
With Zoe, yes, the legend that is.
The legend.
Zoe and I had a chat actually, a couple of weeks back as well. So got some content with her. Brilliant.
Okay.
She's
she's amazing.
Oh man, legendary.
I've only done like a few gigs with her, but I was like, fam, like you can sing.
My gosh, isn't it just great when like you work with people and you're like, I love what you do, and it's,
100%.
It's not just a job. It's like you are lashing me.
100%. Because the thing is, I think I rocked up and was doing like a duo with her. So like I could properly hear her sing. I was like,
yeah.
Because I think I've done it before with Danny. I think Danny does.
Danny Aaron, yeah. Danny Aaron or Danny Sharples?
Sharples.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Scousler.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I've got a lot of time for Danny. He actually got me into the Aston Band. He put the word forward. Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, we did like a DJ live wedding thing in somewhere in Spain, I think.
Okay.
And they were looking for a sax player. He put me forward, and actually, thanks to Danny.
Now you're locked in.
I'm locked in, man, to be honest.
That's how it happens.
Oh, it's legendary. Well, brother, thanks for sitting down with me, man.
I think it moved. I don't know.
Oh my gosh, would you look at that? That is anyway, we will go in good faith that that's going to behave itself.
We can have that faith.
We can have that faith.
100%.
Speaking of which, you're a man of faith.
I'm a Christian. Yeah.
You are?
I am, yeah.
How long have you been a Christian for?
I mean, I grew up in the church,
Okay.
but I feel like it was probably like 17, 18, started to take it like seriously.
Okay.
Like more than it being like my parents' faith.
Sure.
I feel like it became kind of my own faith.
Sure.
So, started to take it more seriously, and yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And you make music in church?
I play in church.
Mhm.
I wouldn't say I really make music in church. But I play, yeah. Like I played for lots of different gospel artists and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, like it's a blessing. I like doing music in church, outside of church. I think there's pros and cons to all.
Yeah, sure. I mean, my come up was also in church, and it was a massive part of my foundation musically, to be fair. So I wonder if that's the same case for you, if you had a similar experience.
Yeah, like I think, especially in like my primary instrument is guitar. Like I feel like in the church that I grew up in, like there was lots of really great guitar players. Yeah. Like, which is quite rare, like, to have many. Normally, it's like you have one or you have two. Like, we probably had like 5 or 6. And they were all better than me. So I was always like, oh, I want to improve. I want to learn from these people.
Naturally.
I got lessons.
Yeah.
So I think that kind of helped progress my my musicality.
Mhm.
But I just having people around me who stretched me. So yeah, I think that kind of gave like a good musical foundation.
Sure.
Because I think I started playing in like the worship team in my church at I think like 14. And then I think when I was like maybe 16 or 17, we basically like ran out of keys players in the church. So I had to learn to play keys as well. But to be honest, like I always have this conversation with my friends. I feel like I'm more of a musician than I am like a guitarist.
Got you.
Like or a keys player. I feel like I like the whole spectrum of music. So I think learning an instrument like keys really helps to like broaden your horizons on understanding music theory, how things work, how chords are built up. So I feel like that really helped me to kind of have a broader perspective.
Yeah, sure. I know what you mean, actually. It's interesting because there's something about keys players and learning the keys, because I learnt the keys mainly to relieve the keyboard player in my church.
Right. It's how it runs, isn't it?
To be honest, it's how it runs. Yeah, she would stick to this really beastly organ, and it was triads all the way. Do you know what I mean? And there was zero dynamic. And I'm like, if I can figure out how to play the keys, maybe we can make worship a bit more interesting.
Yeah, right.
Do you know what I mean?
What sort of church was it that you were in?
I went to a Pentecostal church.
Okay.
So very gospel, shout music, you know, bass, the sort of walking bass and all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
I mean, it was for me, the best intro into music, really. It was entirely through church. And then post that, I've sort of, I guess, branched out and played in all sorts of places.
Thing is, I think a lot of people's like musical foundation is the church, because it's like,
fun.
There's so few environments that you'll get to. Obviously, it's not a performance, but to play in front of people on such a regular basis from such a young age.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know where else you would kind of have that exposure from a young age to be able to learn your craft, practice your craft, try things, get it wrong, and be in an environment where it's like it's palatable to try that. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like I'm very grateful for the church upbringing for like my musical development.
Yeah, I completely resonate. Fascinating though, because where were you on the weekend?
I was in Miami.
Okay, what were you doing in Miami?
I was doing a festival with Fireboy DML.
How do you go from being a young boy in church, kind of figuring it out, do you know what I mean, in a safe environment, a few elder musicians teaching you the way, to flying out to Miami, 4 or 5 days ago,
right,
to hit up a festival with Fireboy? How does that come about?
That's a loaded story, but I'll give you a rundown.
Please.
So I grew up just outside of Coventry, a place called Bedworth. I started playing guitar when I was about 5 or 6. So I started quite young, started getting lessons with some of the people in my church, and kind of developed from that. I probably did that from maybe like 6 until like 9, and then I got interested in football and all sorts of different things. But I think 13 or 14, I probably picked the guitar back up, and by 15, I was like, I want to do music as my job. Like, I don't know how it's going to work, but that's what I really want to do.
That was the goal,
So I only knew one person in the music industry who was doing it as their full-time occupation. He was called Sam Skirrow. He was like a bass player in our church. But he played for loads of different people. Like, he plays for like Clean Bandit, Rally Ritchie, all these people. So, like, I went to some rehearsals with him. He took me to some jam nights in London, and was like, this is kind of the way how he kind of made it work. So then I studied from 17 to 19 in like a Christian music college, where I studied like half theology and half music. So I did that for about 2 years, and then for my final year, I moved to London. Did my final year in popular music, performance and recording, something like this. not a degree that I've ever had to show anyone. So who knows? But yeah, and then just tried to make the most of the year that I was in London. I mean, even before that, like I was trying to travel up to London, go to jam nights, meet people. I was on like every musician debt page you can imagine.
Yeah.
Anytime, there's a guitar. I need a guitarist, £100. It's 7-hour drive. Yeah, I'll message. I need to get the gig. I need to get the gig. So yeah, kind of by the so I got to the end of like my final year in university, and I was like, I want to do music full time. So I think at that point, I'd probably not made more than like £800 or £900 like in a month of doing music. So that would have been it's a bit tight. Do you know what I mean? Like I'd need more than that to like to get by. So I remember I chatted to my dad, and my dad was like, look, well, come up with a figure that you need, and not just to scrape by, and let's like believe God for it. Like, because I think there's you want to be wise and you want to put yourself in the best position, put yourself out there, but there's always going to be, in my experience, a time where there's like a crossroads where it actually just takes a step of faith to make it, to do it full time. Like lots of people have jobs on the side, they have different things, but it's taking that step can often be quite difficult. So I think the figure I came up with was like 1,500, which like pay my bills, I could pay for my food, pay for my travel, live in London. Obviously, look, different economy today, but like 7 years ago, a little bit cheaper. So I got to the end of August, my student loan ran out. So I'm like, we're going to see how this is going to work. And then got to the end of September, I got 1,500. Got to the end of October, I got 1,500. Now I'm thinking, maybe I should have said £2,000. You know what I mean? Maybe we should have upped it a little bit. Do you know what I mean?
Let's see how far we can go with this.
100%.
Great.
But yeah, like getting to do music is such a blessing. Do you know what I mean? Like, because I remember from not knowing how I would make it work to now like being where I am today. Like, I feel like I'm someone who tries to be very grateful and like remember, because like it's always, some things aren't ideal, we wish it could be a certain way or whatever, but it's like the fact I get to travel around the world, I get to perform music, I get to do it for my living, like that's so incomparable to most people's lives. Do you know what I mean? Like, they might be stuck in a job that they don't enjoy, but it gets them through. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, sure.
But I think the fact that I get to do music as a full-time occupation, I can be nothing but grateful. Do you know what I mean? I'm still striving towards doing more things, playing with different artists, producing, all this sort of stuff, but with an underpinning of, I am so grateful to be here. Playing music, making money, meeting people. Like, I think it's a massive blessing, I'd say.
I hear that, brother. And one thing that stands out with what you've just said is, first, I was taking all the gigs that were coming, taking everything, going on the forums, is a guitar needed? I'll be there. Do you know what I mean? Like, doesn't matter the fee, doesn't matter where it is, doesn't matter the genre almost. Like, I will make myself available. You know, I used to busk. I started busking really early into my sax playing days. And the reason I bring up the story is because what that meant was I was playing often.
Right.
Every day, every other day. Do you know what I mean? I'd pull off of YouTube like video play or playlists, and lo-fi hip hop or this, that, the other, and have a 2-3 hour set and just jam to that. Do you know what I mean? And playing the regular playing all the time. I mean, I'm not necessarily making Actually, I wouldn't even say I wasn't making contacts doing that, because I met so many people through busking.
Right.
Through just pitching up outside of a tube station, putting the saxophone there, putting some information about my socials and how to find me, and then playing. I met a bunch of people that way. And similarly to yourself, I guess, being available for every gig and putting yourself forward, you're going to meet a bunch of people that way.
Absolutely. And I think it's important to spread your horizons upon many different people. Like, if you grew up in church, don't let your only contacts be people in the church. You want to broaden your horizons. You want to go to a jam night and meet people who are doing functions. You want to go to gigs, meet people who are MDs, or getting into sessions, meeting people who are producers. Like, I think in order to successfully do music full time, you need to just have as many different people who can call you for different things. Like, for me, I do artist stuff, I do corporate events, functions, I do tracking guitar for people, I produce, like, I do stuff in church. Like, there's kind of a wide array of different things that people can call me for, and I know different people in those different spheres. Like, I think, especially to do it full time, like, obviously you're relying on it being, it's word of mouth, people call you for different things or whatever, and it's like you want to have as many people who can call you for stuff as possible. Obviously, the more you do it, the more selective you get when it comes to, like, fees. One point, I remember I did a gig that was 2 hours away. It was £60 all in, probably covered my petrol, so I was basically getting nothing. Do you know what I mean? I'm not doing those gigs today. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've got to the point where it's like negotiating the fee and cover travel. Like, I think just the more you do it, the more you kind of, I mean, it's cliche because you hear it all the time, but it's like, you know your value, or you know what you can offer. Like, I'm coming to a gig that I know that if you're booking me, you're getting something good. You're going to get someone who's prepared. You're going to get someone who's going to be on time and is going to do a great job on the gig. So then you can charge different because you know that they could ask someone else who might not be as prepared, might not be able to do as good of a job. So you kind of just understand where your role is in those different things. In the different areas.
Well, do you know what? I was about to ask you a question and you almost kind of answered it. In terms of, man, there are a lot of guitarists out there.
Right.
There are so many guitarists. Unfortunate. And even though I think there are a bunch of sax players out there, personally.
Right.
But by comparison, we're a rare flipping Pokemon.
Right.
We're guitarists. You guys are like, there's so many. You're the Pidgey. Do you know what I mean? I don't mean to talk it down, but in terms of commonality. So when it comes to picking an instrument like the guitar, that is so very common. How are you still getting so booked and you're so busy when I'm sure the competition for guitarists is like huge?
It's a good question. I mean, I think, like, it's finding your lane of what, like, is your thing as a guitar player. Like, I would probably say, like, genre-wise, what I'm best at is probably, like, gospel, R&B, soul. That's probably, like, my area of expertise. I think, and people book you on, like, multiple things. Do you know what I mean? Like, obviously, your ability, your personality, how you are to hang out with. Would I want to sit and have an hour conversation with you? If the answer's no, okay, let's work on the personality. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
But then also you've got to be at a place that is good enough musically that people can hang with you. Do you know what I mean? But even just like from like a musical standpoint, I found what's helped me improve the most, and obviously everyone has a different musical journey, is playing with other musicians.
Man.
Like, I think there's a limit to how, like, you can be in your room and shed, and you should be doing that as well. It's not like don't do that. But I feel like there's just something about playing with other musicians. And I think it also depends the kind of musician you want to be. Like, I'm probably not like the most amazing if you like put a camera to me and I'm playing guitar and what I can play, do you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I think in a band context is probably where I thrive the best. Picking apart, playing it with great feel, locking in with the snare.
Yeah.
Like, it just sounding good in
Yeah.
a band. So I think it's finding what your niche is. Like, for example, I've got friends who are like big into like rock guitar, shreddy solos,
Yeah.
riffs. Like,
Yeah.
that's not me. Do you know what
Yeah.
I mean? No one's calling me saying, oh, I want to book Morgan to do a rock gig. They're not doing that because that's not like my area of expertise. Can I do what's needed if I'm doing a pop gig and they want something rock? Yeah, I can do that. Do you know what I mean? But no one's booking me saying, get Morgan the rock guitar player.
Right.
Because that's not what I offer.
Yeah.
What I offer is great feel, great tone, a melodic solo. Like, that's the sort of thing that I would offer. So I think it's kind of knowing your USP in one sense.
Yeah.
Because I think like you want to be varied enough that you can play multiple genres, but you don't want to be so multi-genre that you're not great at any of them.
Sure.
Do you know what I mean?
Jack
like
of all trades, master of none. Kind
absolutely.
Of
like you need the balance of that. Pick something. And the thing is, you're going to get good at the genres you like anyway, because they're the ones you're not sitting down saying, I'm going to discipline myself to go practice this genre.
Yeah.
Because you actually just want to play it. Do you know what I mean? So, and I think that translates to other musicians when they're hearing you play. Do you know what I mean?
Naturally.
So, yeah.
Naturally. I love that. So coming up, it was gospel for me. That was where I started. As time went on, I slowly got into other sort of genres. It went into jazz a little bit more. And then when you get exposed to the parties, you're then playing R&B, you're playing pop and all that kind of stuff. But I found sort of gospel and jazz, that's kind of where my sweet spot was.
Yeah, yeah.
And even though, like you rightly said, I can, you know, if you play Proud Mary, I can, and then they want a solo. I can, do you know what I mean?
No, for sure.
I can give you a raspy tone in the sax, and it can sound like that. But at the same time, that's not what people are booking me for either. Do you know what I mean? Like,
right.
The stuff that I've got a project, the Vibe Room, and the stuff that I do with those guys is the R&B. It's the smooth kind of sound. It's, you know, a bit of amapiano, but there's a lane that people sort of know me for. So you're absolutely right. Like, don't spread yourself thin, because what you find is actually it's it's an infinite study in all of those areas.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Oh,
you
for
can
sure.
study any of those genres forever and still not get to the end. So maybe don't study all of them. Okay, definitely know your way around, but don't necessarily spread yourself thin and try to figure it all out. It's a never-ending journey.
No, I think doing stuff like functions is helpful with that, because it's like it's a broad enough spread of music. You're gonna play some blues, you're gonna play some pop, you're gonna play some soul, you're gonna play some R&B, like gonna do some stuff that's more rocky. Like, it kind of gives you a palette, and then you're kind of choosing what is the stuff that I actually like, or the stuff that I want to go. Like, for me, am I gonna like want to play music that's like Mr. Brightside? Probably not. That's not really me. Do you know what I mean? But for someone else, that might be their thing. But then, if that's their thing, they're probably going to get booked on stuff that sounds like that. Do you know what I mean? So, it's find your lane. Find your lane. Find what you like.
100%. A couple more questions for you, my man, because I don't know about you. I do know about you, because you're hungry. I'm hungry.
I hear you. Look,
we haven't slept.
We're enjoying it, though. We're enjoying it.
So, what is your practice routine like? Do you have a practice routine?
Oh, maybe this is really bad. I definitely don't. The thing is, I think, like, I went through a period from, like, 14 to maybe, like, 20, where it was, like, practice 8 hours a day.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I've got, like, friends, right, I've got a friend in particular who is a keyboard player. And, like, I hear a lot of like musicians around me being like, I'm going to discipline myself to practice.
Yeah.
I want to get better.
Yeah.
I'm going to discipline. I'm going to put in the hours. I'm going to have my routine. I'm going to have my schedule.
Yeah.
That's fine. Do you know what I mean? But that's all based on motivation.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times when I see people put that structure in place, it's I should be doing this because this will help me improve. One of my close friends who's a keyboard player, he just wants to play keyboard.
Yes,
like
there you go.
There's like the difference. There's not, okay, I'm going to wake up and I'm going to discipline myself to practice to improve. It's like, if he has 8 hours in his day, he's going to play 8 hours of keyboard.
Yes,
not because he's disciplined himself, because he actually just wants to do it.
Playing the keyboard. Yeah.
And I think like, in some sense, I think that's like a gift that different people have. Not in a sense of not to continually improve, but I think it's figuring out, just in life, take music out of the equation, where you want to dedicate your time.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? Like, there's multiple things that you can dedicate your time to. Like, I'm a musician. I wouldn't say I sit down now and be like, I'm going to practice. But I also play multiple different instruments as well. So I probably feel like at the moment I put more energy towards improving on keys. Because I think once you get to like a certain standard, it doesn't take like an incredible amount to sustain the standard that you've got.
Yeah.
To go further, obviously it takes a lot more time and dedication. But I think especially being like a musician, like it's important just to think holistically about your life. Like, there's music, and then there's also your finances, and then there's also your family life, your relationships. Like, everything. I don't like the word balance, because I think it also depends on seasons that you're in.
Okay.
Like, I remember when I was studying in Coventry at the Christian Music College, I asked the guy who runs it, like, how do I like balance like wanting to be a musician, dedicating all this time to practice, but then also like friendships, community, all that sort of thing. And I thought his advice was great. He said, well, what are like your main pillars in the season that you're in? It sounds so Christian, the season you're in. But it's like...
Pillars sounded fairly Christian as well.
Yeah, sure, exactly. I grew up in the church, isn't it?
No, bro, don't worry about it. So did I get it.
But it's like, what are the main things for you to focus on, like, where you're at right now?
Yes.
Like, between 14 and 20, the main focus had to be to practice, because that can't set me up for... That would be the thing that would set me up for the rest of my life to get to the ability that I needed. But then you have different stages in your life. Like, I'm now married. So, well, I say now married. I've been married for almost 4 years.
Fair.
Like, there's different priorities. There's family, finances as well. Like, I think, especially like in the music industry, it's just a lack of people knowing about how to handle your finances. It's not about like, everyone to become millionaires or whatever, but it's like, I know so many people who are like so successful in music, but they have nothing financially to show for it, because so let me get this because this makes me look like this to other people, or I get this car. And not that those things are bad, but it's all within balance of what's like your long-term plan. Do you know what I mean?
Sure.
And I wouldn't want to just be a great musician who at 50, the family hasn't worked out. I got kid with this woman. I've been married, didn't work out. Now I'm with... Do you know what I mean? Like, I think it's important to balance all those things, I would say, for me, because I don't want to just get to the end of my life and people think that I was a great musician. Like, I care what the people closest to me think about me and the life that I've chosen to live. So I think it's important to kind of look at everything holistically and where you put your time. If that answers the question.
No, it does. No, it absolutely does. And it's interesting because, like, I think you make a really good point. One of your earlier points, you were talking about, like, you can want to practice and rehearse 5 hours a day, and that's the desire.
Right.
But the reality is, you don't. I won't say all people don't, because it's not true at all. John Coltrane practice the key of C for 11 hours a day. It's ridiculous. But not all people have that level of constitution. So don't beat yourself up. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Not all people can do that. I had a gig the other week, the beginning of the week actually, with DJ Assad. I was playing with a trumpeter, Lily Karasik, fantastic trumpeter. And she was telling me how, she routinely sticks to her 2 hours a day of rehearsing. And then the thought just went in my head. I'm like, damn, I really should get on this rehearsing routine. Do you know what I mean? But like, again, there are other things that are going on, which
for sure.
I'm not saying it doesn't necessarily facilitate for that, but the energy is now in multiple different places. Editing these videos, that's taking me a fair bit of time.
Absolutely.
Setting up these conversations takes a bit of time. Doing the gigs themselves and rehearsing is one thing, but then a lot of the time I'm playing at home, I'm actually just preparing for the next gig. Not even getting the time to run the scales and do the rest of it. But I find that at least for a lot of people, and I think it reigns true for both you and I, at the beginning of our journey, that was the sprint. We're gonna figure this out. We're gonna learn this instrument. I'm gonna, spend hours. Like when I first started playing the sax, I was playing. You mentioned 8 hours. I was doing 4 or 5 hours in a day in the house, and then 3 hours in the park. I was getting to 8 hours a day, 7 hours, 6 hours, just spending so much time. And it wasn't because I just felt like I needed to, but it was also because the saxophone fascinates me as an instrument. I've got to figure it out. I want to figure it out. I desire to figure it out. So it's if the passion isn't there, it can't be forced. You'll only end up, I think, just resenting the thing if you're not like really honest about where you want to put your time.
No, I think it's so true. Like, and I think it's also okay for your passions to go in different areas as well.
Of course.
Do you know what I mean? Like, and obviously, look, if you want to become a musician and make that your full-time occupation, there is a base level of ability you need to get to, and it will take discipline to get that, and it will take time, and it will take practice. I'm more talking after you've got to the place where you've got to the ability needed to do what you would like to do. Like, I think it's okay to have other interests, and I don't know, you start reading books on a topic because you're interested in it. Like, I think there's just so much that life has to offer. So much to know about, so much to learn, so much to develop in. It's like, you want to get to the end of your life and it's holistic. Like,
of course.
In all different areas. Like,
of course. There's so many musicians who have, I mean, I don't know his whole story, so I don't want to sort of give a negative impression here, but I know that Oscar Peterson, pianist, I mean, one of the greatest pianists to ever walk the earth, he sold out entirely to the piano. It was his life, it was his bread and butter, it was his breath, his heartbeat. And so many close relationships suffered because of it.
For sure.
Like I'm a believer in alchemy, and I think if I move something from here, there's a gap here, there's something missing.
Right.
And you take all of your time and all of your effort, what relationships do you have? Even, with our lifestyle being musicians, it's fantastic because, Montenegro, it's beautiful. But I can't tell you the last birthday party I went to that I wasn't being paid to play at.
Right.
What friends do I get to go to their events?
I
don't get to go to many events. I don't get to go to many family events. I don't get to hang out with people like that. I'm part of WhatsApp groups and people are constantly arranging dates to catch up. And they say, yeah, man, we're meeting up on Saturday this. And I'm like, the moment I see Saturday, I know it's not going to happen.
Absolutely not.
It's not going to happen. Do you know what I mean? But that's when everybody's hooking up. So the reality is, all of this, it comes within the balance of everything else. So sure, it's fulfilling. It's I'm doing what I want to do. You're doing what you want to do. It's absolutely fantastic. But the reality of it is, it's not all bloody Instagram. Like, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
It's not by any means.
And I think like it's also like important, like relationally, you get married, all that sort of thing. It's like the person who you're with to understand that lifestyle that you're in. And then to be able to accept that lifestyle, even support it. Do you know what I mean? Like, because I think that can be something that would cause a lot of tension just with our lifestyles is very abnormal. Like it's super highs, then you're back to the house. You just performed in front of thousands of people. Now you're back in the house, filling the dishwasher at 2 a.m. after a gig. Do you know what I mean? It's like the weekends. That's when people link up. That's when people do things. We're not available. We're just not going to be, because if we say, okay, cool, we're not going to do weekends, well, then where's our work coming from? Do you know what I mean? That's a big chunk of where we make our money. So I think it's important the people who you're with, and also just the people you surround yourself with, are people who can encourage you into pushing yourself forward in the different areas, if it's in music or I mean, it's the saying of show me your 5 closest people and I'll show you where you'll be in 5 years' time. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's so important who you surround yourself with, because it's going to dictate where you go, both in your career and in all the other areas that there is in life.
And you have to really give to these relationships as well, because, for example, you know, our partners, our wives, our loved ones who are supporting us in pursuing what is somewhat of an egoic lifestyle of bettering yourself and performing. Definitely you're giving to the world, absolutely, and I don't take that for granted, and that's one of the things I love about this. I used to, sometimes when I was busking, I remember one particular time there was a man who came up to me, well, he walked past as I was playing, and he came back, didn't speak much English, but the little English he could speak, he was saying, you know, his father loved the saxophone. His father passed 12 years prior, and the sax really brought him back to the moment where he just was close to his father again. And it's moments like that, you know, it's very much a giving, you know, sort of career path. But at the same time, one thing that I'm always reminding myself of is that as much as being a musician is about being the best part of yourself, you also have to take a step back from that when you're not doing the playing, when you're not doing the gigging, and be intentional about supporting these other relationships, because you're not an island and it's easy to get lost in this game. I watch a lot of mixed martial arts, and there's a mixed martial artist by the name of Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson. That rings any bells?
Not to me, but I'll run with it.
Yeah, fair enough. Someone out there will know who he is. So he essentially was a world champion at mixed martial arts and had won many competitions, and at one point was lauded as the world's sort of greatest mixed martial artist in terms of his technical ability and physical ability. That guy's an absolute beast. He's probably about 5'4", and you know, does jiu-jitsu with heavyweights and submits them. And he's a tiny flyweight dude, but he's so skilled.
That is crazy.
And one thing he said, which will always stay with me, is that when he comes home from overseas after winning a championship belt, the first thing he does is get the lawnmower and does the lawn.
Right.
He's back at home. He's back being the family man, the father, the husband. He's got responsibilities. He's got to keep them up. And it's also important to be grounded and to not sort of drift too far into the hype of the, you know, the successes and the kind of, I guess, the brilliance that comes with a lifestyle like this. You're also very much still a part of the communal organism. You're still part of the game. Do you know what I mean? Don't run away just yet. You still got to keep up with your friendships.
I think it just also just makes me think of like the music industry, and this is not all people, but I'm saying there's aspects of it. There is a fakery.
Oh, sure, man.
Oh my gosh, you're amazing, bro. Oh, you killed it, bro. Da 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 da. Next minute behind him, oh, this guy, whatever. Do you know what I mean?
Don't book him again.
Yeah. But the thing is, it's like so much. It's also knowing who's your network of people for work and who are your friends. Because like,
that's such a great point, brother.
Because reality is most people who you gig with are not your friends. Like, they're your work colleagues. And if you weren't doing music, you wouldn't be friends with them. Like, just plain and simple. And that's fine, because that's just the nature of the relationship. But I think because music is so, like, interpersonal. A lot of it is networking, meeting people, knowing people. And more than just having a contact in your phone, it's meeting up with people one-on-one. Like, it's more interpersonal than I think a lot of other industries. But it's also knowing, like, who are your friends? Not just the people who will comment when you do a big gig and be like, oh my gosh, bro, you're killing it. Yeah. And look, I appreciate that when it comes from people, do you know what I mean? But it's like, it's having the demarcation of, these are people who are my friends and who can speak into my life and who can challenge me. Yeah. And these are people who are friends with me or part of my network because they want to get on gigs too. And that's not a problem. That's just part of the industry that we're in. But knowing the difference between them, I think, is important.
It's so key, man. I've got a friend, a saxophonist. I'm not going to name who it is, but
name him. No.
Exactly. Who is it? Who is it?
Yeah, exactly.
So he tours the world. He's playing for pretty much every relevant artist alive right now. It's insane the kind of gigs he's getting, and he never posts about it. Every now and again, maybe he'll put something on his Instagram story. Right. Do you know what I mean? But he never really puts much attention to it. And he told me the reason that he doesn't. And he's like, well, the reality is you don't know how many people are seeing your successes and are sort of hating on you because of it. And they may comment and say, well done, great job.
Right.
But there's something behind that. And
sure.
And you've got to be mindful because realistically, like we're saying, it is somewhat of a solo pursuit, and not all people look at others who are in a position that they want to be and are encouraged by that. A lot of people look there and they think, man, F you, man, I can do that.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah, and that energy actually don't even allow that necessarily to take hold. It's a tricky one because we've got to celebrate what we do and show people we're of a particular level, so then newcomers to our social media profiles can see that, hey, this guy kind of knows what he's doing. But at the same time, you don't want to then piss everybody else off because it's like, hey, look at me, man, I'm another luscious location, another pina colada. Like, it does get a bit wild.
The thing is, we all know, well, in theory, we all know social media is fake, but we all fall prey to the, oh no, but this part of it is real. Do you know what I mean? It's like, you do a gig and it looks great on social media. You don't know anything that happened beforehand. You don't know about dealing with the backline text, all these people, and it's like, but you see the video of, oh, this guy's killing. Yeah. Like, he's in front of a big audience and, like, that's cool. Do you know what I mean? But it's never like the full picture. Man, do you know what I mean?
I got speaking of the full picture, I got a picture of me playing with the Vibram at a festival this year, and the pictures look great. The sound engineer didn't turn the sax on in the house.
Oh my god! It's so sad. It's so sad.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Like.
But it looks
amazing. No one could hear the sax. And I'm giving these guys gold. No one's responding to me.
Yeah, I hear you. I absolutely hear you.
So I end all my conversations with this question. I'm still figuring out how to word it best. I feel like I could talk to you for hours, but we definitely need to eat some food.
I hear you. Look.
So I'd be intrigued to know, what do you think is the most valuable opinion of yourself that you currently hold?
Oh, I need a minute to think about that. That's such a deep question. Repeat the question again, just so I digest.
Yeah, of course. I've been wording it so many different ways. I don't know if I'm now losing the heart of the question. Essentially, what is the most... your internal thought of yourself, or at least maybe a recurring thought or opinion you have of yourself. What is the most valuable one that you have?
Right now, I would say that I'm a work in progress, and that's okay. Like, I'm not where I want to be in different areas of my life, but I've improved and I've came forward from where I was previously. But I'm a work in progress, but that's okay as well. It's like there's this finished article somewhere in my head where I want to get to that I might not even achieve. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm working towards trying to be better day by day in the different things I do, whether it be musically, in my career, in my attitude towards people, in my marriage, in my family. Like, there's still work to be done, but I'm grateful from where I am today from where I have been previously. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that being okay. Do you know what I mean? It's like, are we ever truly going to make it? Probably not, but we can improve along the way. Do you know what I mean? And that's the most important thing, I think. Like, that's what we're in control of. I can try and do better today than I did yesterday, or try and learn from a mistake that I've made. And yeah, I'd say that I'm a work in progress.
Morgan.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you, brother.
All good, bro.
Love for that, man. Love
absolutely,
for that. Amazing.
Absolutely.
Amazing, amazing. You've just reminded me of I saw a clip earlier on today on my Instagram. It was, what's the actor's name? Who's the main actor in Interstellar? Do you remember that guy?
Oh, I'm so bad with actors.
Or what was the other one? Wolf of Wall Street. There's that scene where he's like,
what's it? DiCaprio.
No, he's acting with DiCaprio's acting with him.
Oh, I have no idea.
Anyway, doesn't matter what his name is. I'm sure he's fine. I'm sure he's not.
I'm sure he's not offended.
I'm sure he's not offended by the fact that I can't remember his name. But essentially, he said that when he was a kid, and he was asked, "Who is your main inspiration? Who are you looking up to?" And he said, at the age of 15, he said, or I think the age was 15, myself when I'm 25. He's like, okay, cool. And then he was asked then at 25, are you now the person that you thought you'd be when you're 15? He's like, well, no, because I'm chasing the 35-year-old now.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And it's
really great.
And he's actually never going to catch that person.
Yeah.
He's never going to attain that because that person's always ahead.
Yeah.
But just that continual movement, that continual aspiration to not make it. Because I think once you've made it, you're dead. There's nothing left, man. Once you've completed the game, yeah, all right. Do you know what I mean? I remember I played Spider-Man on the PlayStation 4, 5 even. I got to that. I clocked that game to 100% completion. And there's nothing else to do. Do you know what I mean? Exactly. And that's it. Done.
The thing is, it's just a never-ending evolution that you can make in yourself. There's always room to improve, and keep working towards that.
Keep working towards that, man. That's all we can do. Let's work towards some dinner, brother, shall we?
Amazing. I'm looking forward to that.
You're a legend.
Sir. Come on, bro.
Much love, man. Appreciate that. Bro. Yeah, man.